What if one simple act of kindness could turn your life into a nightmare? Picture this: a stormy night, a lonely road, and a decision that haunts you forever. Buckle up, because this story will make you think twice before pulling over for a stranger. It was a night straight out of a horror flick. Rain pounding like fists on the roof of my car, wipers slashing furiously across the windshield. The radio crackled with static, barely drowning out the thunder. That's when saw it. A shadowy figure on the roadside, arm outstretched, begging for a ride. Should I stop? Most people wouldn't, but I did. And that's where the terror begins. The man slid into the passenger seat like a ghost, water dripping from his hood. "Name's Roy," he muttered, his voice calm, too calm for someone stranded in the middle of nowhere. Car broke down, phone dead, no help in sight. I nodded like a good Samaritan. "Mark," I responded and drove on, chatting lightly to ease the tension. But Roy? He just stared ahead, his eyes reflecting the dashboard glow like polished stones. What was he really thinking? 12 miles later, I dropped him at a flickering gas station, the only light in that godforsaken stretch. As Roy stepped out, he turned, rain framing his pale face. "Thanks," he whispered. "I won't forget this." The words hung in the air like a promise or a threat. I sped off, shaking off the unease. Little did I know that thanks was just the beginning. 3 days passed. Normal life, work, coffee, scrolling on my phone. But then the first chill. My home security app pinged at 3:17 a.m. What was that? A tall figure lingered at the edge of the camera's view, hood up, unmoving. 9 agonizing minutes before it vanished into the shadows. Coincidence? I told myself yes. But deep down, was it? Second night. Closer now. Under the streetlight, staring at my house. That green jacket. Roy's jacket? My heart raced. I double-checked locks, peered through curtains. Nothing. But the seed of fear was planted, growing roots. By the 4th night, sleep was a distant memory. A soft tap, tap, tap echoed from the back door. Not a knock, but a probe, like nails testing glass. Who's out there? I froze in the hallway, phone clutched, counting the taps. 1, 2, 23 minutes of pure dread before silence swallowed it. Why me? Morning light revealed the nightmare's next layer, a folded note under the doormat, edges damp like it had been left in the rain. I told you I wouldn't forget. Your kindness deserves a return. I know your routines. Your sister's address, 2214 Mapleview. Patience is my gift to you. My blood turned to ice. I burned the note, upgraded cameras, parked blocks away, anything to hide. But how do you outrun a shadow that knows your every move? Had Roy been watching all along? On the 7th night, the power died with a flicker. Darkness enveloped the house. Then, a click from the side gate. Footsteps circled slowly, deliberately, like a predator savoring the hunt. Closer, closer. I gripped a baseball bat in the living room, breath shallow, every creak amplifying the terror. The steps halted at the window, a palm pressed against the glass. Gentle, almost affectionate. Through the curtain's silhouette, a head tilted, just like Roy's had in the car. A voice pierced the night, soft and clear. "Thank you again, Mark. In person this time." I never saw the face, but I didn't need to. The stranger's shadow had found its way home. My heart slammed against my ribs like a trapped animal, the baseball bat slick in my sweating palms. The voice, Roy's voice, slithered through the glass, wrapping around my throat. "Thank you again, Mark. In person this time." The words weren't shouted. They were whispered, intimate, like a lover's secret. But there was no warmth, only the cold promise of something inevitable. I backed away from the window, the floorboards creaking under my feet, betraying me in the suffocating dark. The power outage wasn't random, I knew that now. He'd cut the lines, patient as a spider spinning its web. My phone's battery glowed faintly at 12%, the signal bars mocking me with their absence. No bars, no help, just me, the bat, and the shadow outside. A soft scrape against the siding, fingernails, tools, sent ice down my spine. He was testing the house, circling like a wolf scenting weakness. I darted to the kitchen, fumbling for the knife block, but my mind raced ahead. The back door was flimsy, the basement window cracked from last winter's storm. How long had he been planning this? Since that rainy night? Or before? The note flashed in my memory. My sister's address. God, had he already? No. Focus. I pressed myself against the wall, listening. Silence stretched, taut as a wire, broken only by the distant rumble of thunder echoing that fateful drive. Then a jiggle at the front doorknob. Slow. Methodical. He wasn't rushing. He wanted me to feel it, to marinate in the dread. I crept toward the stairs, aiming for the upstairs bedroom where I kept the old shotgun, loaded but dusty from disuse. Each step was agony, the house groaning like it was alive and conspiring against me. Halfway up, a crash exploded from the kitchen, glass shattering, shards tinkling like deadly rain. He was in. Oh God, he was inside. Footsteps now, deliberate and unhurried, padding across the tile. "Mark," the voice called, closer than before, laced with mock concern. "I just want to repay you. Kindness for kindness." A pause, then a low chuckle that curdled my blood. "You have no idea how long I've waited for someone like you." I bolted the rest of the way, slamming the bedroom door and shoving the dresser against it with a grunt. The shotgun was under the bed. Fingers trembling, I yanked it free, chambering around with a metallic click that echoed too loudly. Downstairs, cabinets banged open, drawers rifled through. He was searching, drawing it out, building the terror. Minutes dragged like hours. Sweat stung my eyes as I aimed at the door, breath ragged. Then the footsteps ascended the stairs, one deliberate thud at a time. Thump, thump, closer. The knob rattled, and the door shuddered against the dresser. "Open up, Mark. Let's talk. Like old friends." My finger hovered on the trigger. "Get out!" I shouted, voice cracking. "I called the cops! They're coming!" A soft laugh from the other side. "No signal tonight. Storm's bad, just like our night." The door bucked harder, wood splintering. He was strong, stronger than he looked in the car. Another shove, and the dresser slid an inch. Panic surge. I fired through the door. Boom! The recoil slamming my shoulder. A pained grunt, then a thud as something heavy hit the floor. Silence. Ears ringing, I waited, smoke curling from the barrel. Was it over? Pushing the dresser aside, I cracked the door, shotgun ready. There, sprawled on the landing in a pooling shadow of blood, was Roy. His hood had fallen back, revealing eyes wide with surprise, the calm facade shattered. But as I stepped closer, his lips twitched into a final twisted smile. "Kindness, repaid," he wheezed and passed out. He was shot on the arm. Good thing I didn't kill him. I collapsed against the wall, the shotgun clattering down. The power flickered back on moments later, just as sirens wailed in the distance. Neighbors must have heard the shot. Police pieced it together. Roy wasn't just a hitchhiker. His real name was Dennis Crow, a drifter with a string of unsolved disappearances in his wake, always starting with a kind stranger. He'd been casing victims for months, using rides as reconnaissance. My sister's address? A bluff to break me, but he'd never gone there. I sorted it with a single pull of the trigger, but the nightmare didn't end there. I know he still lives somewhere. Even now, on stormy nights, I check the locks thrice, peer into shadows. Because kindness can invite the dark, and once it's in, it never truly leaves. Kindness is a double-edged sword. In a world full of unknowns, trust your gut. Sometimes helping a stranger invites the darkness in. Stay vigilant. Not every smile hides good intentions. If this story sent shivers down your spine, hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel for more spine-tingling tales, creepy encounters, and lessons that'll keep you up at night. What's your scariest real-life stranger story? Drop it in the comments below. I might feature it next.